Any moment now. There we go. Go live. Yeah, the previous link. I added a new link.
Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And of course, this is the best goddamn
show
on the internet with no flaws
We're back.
whatsoever.
We're back again.
We are back.
We're back again. Again and again. You can't kill us. You can't keep us down. Hopefully my internet don't go out again this time.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. This is something.
Right.
Hopefully all the mics are working. It looks like they are. Why is there a lower? What is this lower third? Patrick Fenton, how are you doing today? It's good to see you again. Why do the lower thirds have audio on my thing? Why is this a thing?
Well, there's no audio.
Well, no, it's showing up in my audio mixer that the lower thirds have audio. There's no audio
when
here.
You play it, but there's no audio. But okay, so I don't know if you know this. A lot of times when you make a video track,
there's an audio.
It gives
track.
it audio
Yeah.
if there's no audio.
Well, that's dumb.
Deja vu. That's
Guys,
right, Patrick Fenton.
One of these days, I'm gonna have a stable internet connection again. I'm not gonna lose power. Texas won't be under a sheet of frickin' ice. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. We need to retweet this. There we go. Retweet. We're back. What are we talking about?
That's right. We didn't get very far. We're starting over. We're
starting from the top.
That's right. So
we had sardines.
We last week was in the can. We're here committed to give you guys quality content each and every week. Last year we missed a lot of episodes, way more than we wanted to. We were busy boys out gallivanting in the world, and chasing dreams and all that sort of stuff. But we've made it a point this year. We're taking this shit seriously. For once.
We're starting a business.
That's right.
We're gonna be businessmen doing business things. All the things that come with business, taxes.
So. Okay, I just did mine. Yeah.
You did your. Oh, I see. I would like to do mine, but I can't.
Oh, why is that?
I don't have all my paperwork.
See, you don't need all that.
I'm pretty sure you need some of that.
You need some of it, but you don't need all of it.
Yeah.
You don't need all of it.
I need the sum. I need the sum of the parts, not all the parts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you got your W-2?
I have a W-2.
Oh, you're still waiting on W-2.
I'm still waiting on some W-2s, unless it's available and I just haven't checked yet.
I mean, you could probably look up online.
Realistically, it's probably available. I just haven't looked.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I was like, I'm so poor right now. I need to do my tax returns because God help me, I need something. That's where I'm at right now. Oh. And so as soon the day where they're like, the IRS is open, I'm like, okay, I'm going.
Knock on the IRS.
That's right. So I was like, I'm looking up forms. I'm seeing where I'm exempt in different areas and things like that. I'm doing
be included.
The TurboTax. What's that?
You should be included. It's 2023. You deserve
You
yours.
would think so.
Yeah.
A guy like me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it should be all inclusive.
This face?
I mean,
right?
that's the face of a generation right there.
Something. Fenton taxes. Yeah, I don't want to do him yet. Kept getting things about like that's the thing. Like if you have an actual event in your life, taxes is a nightmare. Like whether it's a good event or a bad event, if you have to do more paperwork, it's horrible every time.
Gotcha.
Buying a house, selling a house, if someone passes away, you inherit some money, you hit those stonks, all that stuff. Like that's extra paperwork.
I'm still waiting for my stonks to pay off.
You still got stonks?
Of course I got stonks.
No, I don't got any.
I just like keep some buried in the backyard.
See, I wish I had stonks and eggs. You see the price of eggs?
It is tough out there.
Okay. Sidebar. Okay. Sidebar on the sidebar. We haven't even started yet. It's fucking $8 for 12 eggs.
Is it really?
It's $8 fucking for 12 eggs.
I
It must be nice not to be able to look.
No, listen, it's not a pledge. It's not a like, yes, today I think I'll buy a package of eggs. How much are they? It doesn't matter. Put them in my golden vehicle. No, it's not like that. It's just like, I don't want to know how much I'm paying for any of this stuff, and I'm just going to wish for the best.
Something's got to give, man. Like it's fucking, like, you can't afford to eat anymore.
What do you,
it's
like...
We're surviving on ramen. Like, what the fuck? And I'm making more money than I've ever made. So I can't even fucking imagine what people who are making minimum wage are going through.
I mean, it's inflation. We're in a recession. Sandwich those together, you got $8 eggs.
Christy doesn't like doing taxes. She doesn't get refunds anymore.
Blakely says you should have let her get those ducks. Have some duck eggs.
Okay, I'm considering it now. I'm considering it now just for the eggs.
Okay.
Just for the eggs.
Yeah. I mean, just get all the birds. You should just open up a bird sanctuary and then just like use all the eggs.
You know, I listened to a man pitch me his idea for an egg stand.
Oh.
And the pitch was that he was going to have all the colors.
Oh,
so you want white eggs? He's got white eggs. You got brown eggs? He's got brown eggs. He's like, you want blue eggs? He can get you some blue eggs.
What is the novelty to that? Like, it's like
whatever color you want.
I mean, it's not like you keep them. I don't think.
Well, no, but I mean, like, maybe it's like getting ahead of Easter. You know, like you don't. They're self-dyed.
It's a little early to get ahead of Easter, especially.
Brother, it's gonna creep up on you. It's gonna creep up on you.
I don't think. Listen, Easter's not one of those that we necessarily celebrate.
Sure.
For no other reason other than we choose not to. For no
other
reason.
Don't have kids.
I mean, yeah, for no other reason other than the fact that like we don't have kids and we live in Texas and our families are in New York.
Right.
And like even when we were in New York, I was just like, why do we celebrate Easter? Like it's way too much stress for us than it needs to be, so we just chose not to. Like we'll do brunch. It'll be a nice relaxing day of like brunch and mimosas all day. Because
that sounds amazing.
I guarantee you I'll be drinking by Easter.
Maybe if you can stay sober for the time. Yeah, $6 a dozen. That's a damn steal. Absolutely.
$6. Oh my gosh. Someone at work
in this economy
selling their chicken eggs for $6. I mean, if you got the means, sell some eggs.
Sell some eggs. Again, folks. Like we're back in a period of time to where you got to get the side hustle on. Like nobody can fucking survive. No one can buy food. No one can buy gas. You're getting paid shit. The medical bills are piling up. Like
our tree fell over today.
Your tree fell, like our pipes. We're trying to get the pipes fixed. Like fuck.
Yeah, our tree just said like technically our tree didn't even fall over. It just bent over and just said, I don't want to do this anymore. Like it's still rooted in the ground. It just it's literally just at like a 90-degree tilt.
It's just like no.
It's just like no. Like half the trees on the street are like that. But our other tree in the front yard is standing strong.
Well, that's the one you can depend on.
Yeah, it's a very dependable tree. The other one was being a little bit of an asshole for most of the year. So we're like, we're gonna have problems with you. I know it. But bro, it is cold out there. I don't know how it is in Florida, but
it was cold last week, man.
okay, so like realistically, it's not that cold here.
Okay.
Because everybody's like, oh, it's cold. Like, what is it, like, 10, 15? I'm like, 32. That's not cold. Like, it's cold, but it's not cold. But everything is covered in ice right now. Like, my house is covered in ice. My trees are covered in ice. The roads are covered in ice. They shut down, like, half the highways. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Not that, I would really want to in this weather anyways. But it's just like, fuck. Like, when's it going to end? Like, I do want to leave at some point. I don't want to be stuck in here.
I mean, I know exactly what you mean. Like last week, I had to go on a work trip, and while I was going, I was gonna be out. I was gonna be out in the elements, in nature.
Yeah.
So I had to prepare. So like, I'm looking at the weather. And I'm just like, gee, I don't know. I don't know that I have clothes for 61 degrees.
That's like insane.
I don't know that I have. I've got my cargo shorts.
Yeah.
But it might be a bit nippy for some cargo shorts.
You really went full tilt Florida man the moment you got down there.
I believe in dreams.
I mean, good for you. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
In achieving the things that you want in life.
Yeah.
And if those things mean that sleeves are gone and all you have are cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Live your best life.
I had a moment this past weekend, actually, where I really didn't want to wear sleeves. I was like, it was the first time where I think I actively missed the warm weather.
Okay.
Not just pined for it or was like, man, like I really wish it was like 5 degrees warmer. Like this past weekend, it really hit me where I was like, I wish it was like 75, 80 degrees today. Maybe closer to the 90s, just like a little bit warmer,
right?
Like I really felt it in my core.
Well, so there is a place that you can go.
Oh,
it's a magical place.
Really?
It's called Central Florida. to where you get that weather all the time. Now, unfortunately, you have to deal with things like them taking all the books out of the school.
What is going on in Florida right now? Like that motherfucker wants to talk about freedom of speech.
Don't get me started.
Down here, we believe in the freedom of speech, and because of that, we're gonna burn all these books.
Yeah. So like, so I started to get concerned.
Oh.
When I was getting calls from the school saying that, they just passed some shit. And, I don't fucking read the news.
Right.
I don't look at anything. And my mother was informing me of some things because she's like, I know you don't read the news or look at anything. And I say, yes, I know
you don't read, period.
Well, and I'm like, yes, I know I live a happy life. So, I'm not going to worry about things I have absolutely no control over.
Sure.
So, but come to find out, I got an automated call from the school saying, just to let you know, if you want to opt your kid out of the library.
Opt your kid out of the library?
Correct. You can opt your kid out of the library.
What are we doing?
And I was just like, well, that's peculiar. Like, and not only that, like my kids love to read. Like I got two very smart kids, and my daughter, like she is invested in these fucking cat books.
Okay.
That like emotionally destroy her.
Okay.
But she keeps fucking reading them.
I mean, sometimes it's all about the journey.
Right, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, do you enjoy this? Like, I don't know that you enjoy this. And she's like, I gotta find out what happens to the fucking cats. And I'm just like, yes, but like you're sobbing at the end of every book. Like, I don't know if this is healthy. I'm not sure. But apparently what that fucking asshole is doing is he's making it so that every book that is available at the public library has to go through a screening process to make sure that it is a quote unquote appropriate book for children.
Gotcha.
To read. And Christy, Capella is just like me as a kid. Oh, you sobbed over cat books?
I'm
But However, there has to be a process to determine what books are suitable for children to read.
Mm-hmm.
And so until those books have been determined of which ones are suitable to read in America, by the way, which, home of the free and the brave and shit,
Yeah.
where you can say whatever the fuck you want, especially on this show, we have to make sure that you can read. We're going to tell you what you can and can't read. Mm-hmm. But until they've come to the determination of what books you can or cannot read, the books need to be removed.
They removed all the books.
They removed all the books from the libraries of the schools.
How are we doing this?
I don't fucking know, man. How has nobody sued?
It's no longer a matter of why, in my opinion.
Right.
I know why. He's a fucking dipshit. Okay?
Right.
That's it. But how? How is this happening in America in 2020? We're literally stripping schools, libraries in schools of books.
It's fucking
all
wild.
Because he doesn't believe in slavery. Not that not the ethical sort of realm of slavery, that he doesn't believe slavery existed.
That's a theory. That's a theory. Christy, if they did this on school, I never would have gotten my hands on a werewolf romance novel at 11.
What?
So you're saying you're the victim, Christy? You're the victim of an inappropriate book from school?
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't books that could be a little inappropriate or too mature for kids that sometimes make their way into, school libraries. But that's also up to the schools to decide. There should, because listen, there were I can recall a time, in school where there were some,
Mm-hmm.
listen, we were a bunch of idiot kids finding these books and giggling and pointing. And not that there was anything inherently wrong with them, but we were just not mature enough to understand the material. That's really where the issue was then. But the fucking go through and take all the books. What the fuck, man?
Listen, it's hard enough to get kids to read, period.
Yeah.
If a kid doesn't want to read, you can't make them read.
You can't make a kid read.
You can't make a kid read.
But don't take that option
they're not
away.
interested. I guess the idea is that he's afraid of some, as he would probably some whack job liberal pushing some agenda book on the kid. If the kid doesn't fucking want to read it.
We've really got to worry about these whack job liberals. So you know what we should do? We should take all the fucking books out of a school. All the books. We can't have these liberals pushing their goddamn agendas, being all anti-God and woke and stuff on our children. We need to protect our children by taking away the one resource that they have, which is the written word. I'm upset.
I wonder if they took the Bible out.
Yo, oh my God. I would rage if they were no, if they were no, the Bible stays. I'd be like, I'm done.
I mean, it's in every hotel room. So you can't.
Why? Why still? Why?
That's a real good question. I'm sure there's an answer.
I don't practice the Bible. I don't need Gideon all up in my drawers.
I guess. Can you have magazines in the libraries? I don't know.
I'm going to assume no, because magazines will make you feel something.
Here's the thing, Fenton. I don't know what the rules are anymore. I just got here, guys. Okay, I'm new here, and I voted against this. Mm-hmm. So, and I didn't win. So I've done all I can do. So all I can do at this point is just yes, my children can have all the books they want. We don't censor art or anything in this house. Mm-hmm. We don't believe in that shit. So They can have whatever the fuck they want. And if my daughter wants to cry over the fucking cat books for the end of time, like that, at least she's feeling something.
At least she's feeling
Like,
something.
Right? You know, and learning about fucking nature,
Yeah.
I guess that's what they do. But anyway, wild fucking shit happening here in Central Florida, but yet they're like, you know, my rights,
My rights.
my
As an
rights,
American.
but you can't.
Yeah. Do you think this is
there you
just
have
like
it.
their weirdly conceived way of winning? Like they know they can't beat the quote unquote woke liberal agenda, so by sort of trying like the only option they had was well we're just gonna take away all the books, so nobody wins.
Well, the thing is, there's not a plan.
Oh, I'm well aware.
It's like the whole shit they tried to pull with Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because Disney, they got in a war with Disney, so they wanted to dissolve the Disney government that they had on Disney World.
Yeah.
And so they voted, and everyone passed to dissolve that government. Well, then they fucking realized that Disney owns about $4 billion in debt that's going to go to the taxpayers.
Yeah.
So, like, people's taxes at the end of the year were going to go up like $3,000 a year to pay for Disney's debts. And then they're like, humana, because everyone's just like, what the fuck did you guys do? What did you do?
They're not smart.
No, they don't. There's no fucking plan.
I don't this is why kids need to read. Okay? Like because shit like this, like part of me is a little concerned because I'm like the reason why these dipshits are in office is because like there had to have been a generation of just apathy towards politics to where like all the fucking idiots just crawled out from under their rocks and they were like, yeah, we're gonna run the state.
Well, because the smart people are smart enough to stay the fuck away.
I mean, that's also
They're
true.
like, nothing gets done. You either get bought by the system or you get ruined.
Basically.
So fuck, I'll go work in a lab somewhere.
Go work in a lab. Go start your own business. Go do your own thing. Like, I mean, it's great, but also I'm just like we're so
start a cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme. Like, do whatever you want to do.
Which like, is anybody surprised now? When there's a new report about a cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme, like every major influencer has one at this point. It seems like
I'm almost to the point where I'm keeping my money in a mattress. Like I'm almost there.
Yeah. Like I'm well, no, I shouldn't hide money from myself because I've already lost some doing that.
Okay, Tony.
Dude, brother, every now and then, Christy will find me just like opening things up around the house because I'm I hid. Listen, I had, and it's not like it was actual money. It was just like PlayStation points that I got from buying my PS5.
Okay. From Jeffrey dollars.
But like for some reason, I decided to put them. Number one, I decided not to upload them to my account right away, which I was like, why?
Which is a mistake.
Why I didn't do that, I don't know. And then when we went on vacation a couple of months back, I put them somewhere, and I don't remember where. Because where I thought I put them, they weren't there. And then when I looked in every other place that made sense to me, they still weren't there. So I'm like, I'm not this smart to hide something this involved. But like now, but like I'm opening up just like all the DVD and Blu-ray cases. I'm opening up all all the game cases. I'm just opening up books, flipping through them. I'm like lifting shit up. I'm like, did I hide it under the record player? Did I like is it in my drawer somewhere? Like I don't know where it went, and I'm bothered by it. So I'm
what you got to do is you got to have like a tell. So like if you're gonna hide money or you're gonna hide something and you're gonna hide it somewhere, like hide it in like the VHS case of The Money Train or something that's very obvious.
I thought I put it in the Clue case because I was like, oh, it's like a mystery.
It's a red herring.
It's like and then I open up and then much because it was literally like 3 weeks ago. I go, oh, I should probably add my points to my account, and I open it up and I'm like, wait, why is it not in here? Where did it go? And now I've got to just I'm just lost. Check the first place you thought you already checked. I've done that 3 times. I'll go for a fourth.
You still haven't found it?
Still haven't found it. I mean,
Oh
I'll do a fourth run through. Like at this point, I have nothing to lose because
Okay.
I've already lost it.
All right. Well, okay. Now keep in mind it was the holiday season, so make sure you check your Christmas vacations. You check your diehards.
I didn't know. I didn't have those at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, I know the time period in which I hit it.
Okay. All right.
But I'm still. I don't know. I mean, if at all anything, it'll be a good opportunity for me to like clear things out and like organize and move things around. So like it's kind of a twofold thing. Like I'm looking for my sanity as well as organizing my life.
Right.
So
so you're turning it into a positive.
I'm turning it into a positive in the end. You know,
that's
so
great.
I've at least got that going for me.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
You know.
Guys, it's been a very long year.
Oh, check the SummerSlam VHS. So there you go.
I mean, I don't think the SummerSlam VHS was out at that point. Yeah.
So now you say it's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
We are officially at the end of the first month of 2023.
It is literally February 1st.
February 1st. Now, how have you done so far on your goals for 2023 with 1 month down? How are you doing?
I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that was a thing until just now.
You forgot about goals?
I kind of forgot about goals. However, I do know that I have achieved my month goal. And I did manage to get 2 streams in.
Two.
Had a lot of fun doing them. Dude, we'll get into it in a little bit. But Christy and I came up with a phenomenal, I'm not going to call it a show.
Okay.
It's a content opportunity.
Ooh.
And I'm really excited about this.
I like content.
I think
so you piqued my interest.
We're going to try to figure out some time. Maybe we can do it this month. I think we can get them knocked out this month, but there's going to be some logistics planning that's going to need to be involved because I don't know if it's going to necessarily work as a live stream.
Oh, okay. So it might have to be
for no other.
Might have to be sardine.
Well, I think it would be better as a sardine.
Okay.
Because there's gonna be a lot of elements that need to be incorporated into the content where it's gonna be hard to pull it off. At least
real time.
In real time, yeah. So there's some logistics I got to figure out, but we were talking about it this past weekend. I think it's a phenomenal plan, and it's going to be sort of a not necessarily a 2-parter, but there's 2 pieces of content we can get out of this idea that we're gonna test the waters with it, see how it goes, and if it works, maybe we can kind of use the same format for some other topics.
Okay.
So more to come on that. But yeah, I think I know I've got 2 pieces of content that I got to put together for this month. I got some additional streams I'm probably going to kick off with. I've got like another 2 months to wrap up some other things that I said I was going to do.
Some other goals,
but I'm hopeful. And I'm excited for this quarter. So I think you guys are going to see some cool shit coming out here real soon.
Very cool. Very cool. I know I hit all of my goals for the first month. I got 5 runs in for the month of January. So I'm 1 ahead of schedule. 4 workouts in. So I'm still on schedule. Mm-hmm. And I hit my 1 piece of content for the month, which was the Disney live stream.
It went
that I put together
swimmingly.
It was fun, man.
Yeah,
is back in New York, we would watch Disney live streamers all the time and be like, that could be me. That could be me.
Yeah.
And then I did it.
And then it was fun. Which I think it was, and I think it looked very well.
Okay.
I think it was, we certainly enjoyed it. All the stuff that I was watching, it seemed like you had a little bit of a technical hiccup there, but overall, you ended up getting through it.
Well, it's like one of those things you never tried before. So I had a new phone. Like it's the first time I got an iPhone. Like I don't,
Weird.
I
Yeah,
don't know what that thing does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are going to do it again this Saturday. We're going to the Epcot Festival of the Arts. So be sure to subscribe so that you'll be notified when we go live. And you're going to get to see all the Disney artwork that is on display.
Very
which
nice.
is like half the fucking fun of going. So,
all right. We'll definitely be checking that out.
Yeah, so we are well off on our goals. We got a lot of goals for the channel, and everything like that. But you, sir, did something.
I hit another bucket list item this past weekend.
Look at you.
I was going to I was going to record it, put a little vlog together, but then I was like, you know what? No.
Nah, fuck it.
Well, and like, to be fair, okay, so I went to the Royal Rumble in San Antonio this past weekend.
Yes.
And also, like, to be fair, so like a buddy of mine, I had originally invited. You know, we had gone to Mania together. Unfortunately, he could not go. I had mentioned it to Christy, and Christy said, "I will go with you, as long as you ask a couple more people." So I was like, noted. And then another one of my buddies, he and his wife were going out of town. So I was like, all good. And then my other buddy, it was actually his and his wife's anniversary. So I was like, listen, I tried. I was like, I tried. I did my best.
Right.
And she's like, okay, I'll go. And I go, but the good news is, I know how much you like Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And the Royal Rumble, is going to have a match sponsored by Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And there might very well be some Mountain Dew Pitch Black on location, because when we went to Mania, they were giving away C4, because like C4 was a sponsor. And like as we were walking out, like everybody had coolers, and they were just like, take all the C4 you want. And I was like, so maybe maybe you can get some Mountain Dew Pitch Black. And she was like, son of a bitch, I'm in. I was like, fantastic. Right. So yeah, we drove down. The Rumble, like much like Mania, the Rumble was always one of those events that like I had always wanted to go check out. It was always one of my favorite pay-per-views. I always loved watching it. And I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, being in Austin, part of the reason why we moved here was so we could do events like this, because we do have more opportunities to go to these bigger wrestling shows, go to pay-per-views. You know, we're surrounded by, like, sometimes I forget that we live in Austin. You know, because like sometimes you put your head down, you're working a lot, and you kind of forget your surroundings. But then I'm like, oh no, like, but I'm like, no, like Austin is the capital of the state. You know, you've got Dallas 3 hours north, Houston 3 hours east, San Antonio an hour and a half south. Like those are all major. Like these are all major cities. So when Mania was in Dallas, I was like, I can't not go. When the Rumble was in San Antonio, I was like, I've got to go. Like that's right. It's kind of the reason. You know, this is the reason.
You got the means, got the location.
Got the location. Yeah. Let's do it. So we hopped in the car. We drove on down. You know, we got down there a little bit early because, you know, never been to the Alamo Dome, so I wasn't really sure how the setup was going to be. Plus, with it being a major event, I'm like, it's going to be a madhouse.
Of course.
Weirdly enough, it wasn't. It was weird. So, okay. The event itself was a ton of fun. We had we had a great time at the event. Everything else around the event was kind of weird. There was like a weirdness to it all. And the best way I could, and like, it almost seemed like poor planning.
Like on the E's part, on the Alamo Dome's part? Like
maybe both. So so they did the Superstore gimmick which is like something they do, I guess, leading into like every big event where they open up like a little shop and they've got event specific merch and all this other stuff.
Sure.
The Superstore sold out of like 60% of its stuff on the first day. So we went down early. We went to the Superstore, and there was like nothing there. Like they still had some shirts. They had some some smaller merch here and there, but like there really wasn't much variety. And like
you were hoping to get a replica belt, weren't you? You're trying to get the Winged Eagle, or
no? This brother, so many people bought. I watched so many people buy replica belts.
Oh yeah, I know, and those things aren't cheap.
They are not cheap, and like there were dudes legit walking around with 3 replica belts. They had one around their waist, 2 over their shoulders, and like it's no big thing. And Christy was in awe of this.
What, just of the money, or of
just of the people walking around with the belts. She's like, like, what is the deal with that? And I was like, it's wrestling. Like wrestling shows have sort of turned and pivoted into it's like a hybrid sort of like Comic-Con community meets
yes,
like a sporting event. It's not the worst. It's honestly, I hope it leans more into that element.
Right.
But like it's just why are you making fun of bro? I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of these people. I'm just saying.
It reminds me of when I walk around Hollywood studios and I see like the guy who's got like 8 lightsabers. And I'm just like, I'm in awe of the money. The money spent, and I'm just like, my God.
There's a couple of ways to look at it. Number one, it's people wanting to go to an event and really express themselves, have a good time, get in, and like I appreciate that. Like as a wrestling fan, as like a fan of pop culture, like I can appreciate somebody wanting to kind of take that step to show up and have fun with their appearance. I mean, like fuck, like
sure.
we sort of cosplayed when we went to Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
Or at least everybody but me did apparently.
I mean,
you were gonna say it. I know you were gonna say it. I tried.
Did you?
I wasn't.
Did you try?
I didn't know what to expect. Though I knew the weather was gonna be hot, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna do. But like Christy and I, we when we went to a Comic-Con down here in Austin, we cosplayed, and it was fun. It's fun to do that. It's fun to it's fun to have fun, and it's fun to enjoy yourself. And I'll never knock somebody for doing that. But the belt thing, I always get a kick out of because the running joke at wrestling shows was always, you really shouldn't be allowed to bring a belt to a show unless you plan on defending it.
Yeah.
Like that was always the joke. And so I kind of explained that to her and she had a ha-ha. But she was also like really like impressed with like people were cosplaying. You had people decked out in like those full-on chalk line tracksuits. So like the crowd, the crowd was definitely there, but like the organization of the event was just odd. Like I was saying, like the Superstore sold out of a lot of stuff. So like we walked in and we walked around. I'm just like, there's really like nothing here. I mean, like it was cool that they had like all the set pieces and like the in-ring gear and a lot of that stuff on display. Like they had a Piper's Pit set up.
So it's like a Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, and like it's cool. Like I always appreciate going through because you kind of get like stuff from all the different generations. Like there was a Piper's Pit set up. They had the Hart Foundation jackets on display. They had the giant Macho Man hat from the Monster Truck in WCW on display. They had like a lot of cool shit. But like I'm at a point where I like buying some event specific stuff. Like I wanted to buy a program. I wanted to buy the pin. They were sold out of the pins, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then like I wanted to buy some stuff for my nephews. They had no kid stuff.
Really?
No stuff. This is the thing that I'm always surprised by. They had barely anything for kids. And if they did, it was probably already sold out. But they had like barely anything for kids and no real diversity in the merch. Like all of the merchandise was Royal Rumble specific.
Okay.
Or they had Cody Rhodes t-shirts, which I understood. They had Bloodline t-shirts. That was about it that was left in the Superstore. They did have a merch stand outside of the main gate, which we went to after the fact. But again, like they didn't have... Oh, yeah. They had a women's tank top.
Oh.
Just
okay.
One. Which was nice. Christy bought it. But we went to one of the, to the merch stand that was just outside the main gate. They had a little bit more, but when I asked, I was like, hey, can I get that shirt in a small? Because I wanted to get it for my nephew. And he's like, we don't have smalls. I'm like, you're out? He's just like, no, we don't have small.
Oh, they just don't bother.
And I went to their website because I was like, maybe I can get it online.
Right.
They just don't make smalls in anything.
I mean, it is America.
I mean, I get it, but like even in kids' clothes, they didn't have a small.
Wild.
Their smallest size was a medium.
They're just like, it's not worth the effort.
I think so.
Basically.
Yeah, and like nothing that was like female specific, like except for a tank top.
I mean, that's kind of wild.
That was wild because there's a lot of women that go to these shows, a lot of female fans.
Yeah, they like it. Yeah.
So I was just like the whole thing around the merchandise. I was just like, okay, it is what it is, whatever. Like we bought some stuff, we brought it back to the car, we walked back over. This is where things got weird. So,
okay.
And like I don't know if like comparing it to Mania was like too much, but like
I mean, it's the second biggest event of the year.
Second biggest event of the year, but like you go to Mania. And Fenton, and their merchandise is run by Fanatics now. But you go to Mania and like they've got these big displays out front. There's like a lot of signage and stuff. Like going to the Rumble, it was like a wall sign.
Oh, okay. Like, so there wasn't the pomp and circumstance.
The pomp and circumstance wasn't really there. So we go over to the section we're supposed to. Hey,
fucking,
we're live, pal.
My dog's dreaming.
Yeah.
So
we go up to a gate. It's like 45 minutes before doors open, and we're just like, let's go over, get out of the car, and just like hang out for a little bit. We're waiting there for like 45 minutes. There are people who have definitely been there longer than we have. So I'd say they've been waiting for at least an hour and a half.
Okay.
Doors don't open when they're supposed to open. I'm like, well, it's a wrestling show. What are you going to do? That's kind of what you expected. So we see the main doors, which is like gate 1, those all open up. People are cheering. People are starting to file in. We're at gate 2. There's, I don't know, 5 rows of doors maybe. So it's actually like 2 sections with 5 rows of doors. That's gate 2. So we're in a section. We're in the first row of the second section, and there's like 3 or 4 rows next to us. And then on our far right, there's another section of people where there's like 4 or 5 rows, just lines of people there. There's a couple hundred people in this area. One door opens up on their side, and they start letting people in. And we're like, okay, we'll probably do next. They're probably going to, have somebody come down, open up. 10 minutes go by, nothing. So I'm just like, fuck, like this is taking a minute. I mean, like I know we still got like 2 hours before the show starts, but like,
sure,
fuck,
right?
What nothing. Like a guy walks over from our section, talks to the door person, is kind of gesturing. The person who's next to him trying to get in is just like he's motioning him through. The guy gets his ticket scanned and then he goes in, and we're like, what the fuck? So then another guy goes over, talks to the door person. He's clearly distressed and pissed. At this point, a security guard who was working like the metal detector gates, which is not at all involved in like this situation over here.
Right.
She starts walking over to get that guy's attention. He turns to all of us and he's just like, they're not opening them up. And everybody starts moving. And I'm just like, oh no.
Boy, Stampede.
Like, oh no, this is not good. And everybody starts trying to merge into that other section. The security guard woman is like telling him like you don't do that. And then she's trying to file people into a line. And then she's like talking to him. She's trying to file people into a line. And I think she goes, I'm in way over my head here. I'm walking away. And she just walks away. So
that's why you just take the jacket off and walk away.
That's what you just walk away. So this is where the issues, where I was like, okay, we need to be mindful of our surroundings right now, because everybody started to move. And everybody started merging towards the door. So we kind of got into a position where like we could very easily, seamlessly get into the section, but it was still going to be a little bit hairy.
Right.
And then we look over, and the doors by where we were standing start to open up. And we're like, oh, shit, right on. So everybody starts to migrate back that way. But everybody's migrating back that way.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck. I was like, okay, like stay close, be careful. Luckily, we weren't far from the doors. We managed to get in. There's no ticket takers there.
Wait, what?
Somebody who was let in, like just a fan who was let in, went over and just opened up a bunch of doors. And we walk in and we see like two like door staff people. They're just standing there like, and dude, hundreds of people are filing in at this point.
No shit.
Hundreds of people.
Well, I mean, I'm sure nobody's standing in the line in front of the door without a ticket. Like nobody's doing that.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like if you're being judged on like the tickets collected, like that's like somebody fucked up.
Oh,
because at no point did anybody come down from security and say, "Hey, you guys shouldn't be standing here."
Well, Fenton in the chat says this happened in Albany when they went to New Year's resolution. So it could be very well be a WWE.
I think it could be a WWE thing. I think a little bit of that is on the venue itself, because like they also
of course
they also need to be on
staff.
top of. Yeah, it's their staff. It's their responsibility to make sure that people are getting in. So anyway, like long story short, like we end up getting to our seats. Great seats. You know, the event kicks off with the men's rumble. It was like I know I think I said this during like when I was talking about Mania last year. There is a different atmosphere when you're actually at the event versus when you're watching it. Watching it at home. I feel like when you're watching it at home, you tend to really feel the lulls a lot more.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier to stay engaged because you got commentary, you got camera cuts, but I feel like there's there's a different energy when you're in the crowd that you can still kind of feed off of.
Sure.
The men's rumble was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. The one thing that I feel like kind of plagued the show throughout the entire event was there wasn't enough focus on
the Hardy guy.
The who?
The Hardy guy.
Hardy.
Yeah, the performer, the live performer.
Oh, fuck that guy. No, I was saying like so. I lost internet again. Wait, reconnection successful. Hang on, maybe we're back.
Oh,
we're back.
I'll be
okay. I'm gonna make this go quick because I feel like time is limited. Okay, so they could have done better with sort of the in arena technical stuff.
Okay,
would have been cool to see a lot of the entrances. Overall, the Rumble was really cool. Let's talk about this pitch black match.
Okay,
holy fucking shit! What a train wreck. What a train wreck. And it's really unfortunate because I really like Bray Wyatt. I always have. I've always been a fan of him. I know he's like people are kind of like, like it's a little too over the top for them. I've always liked his characters. I've always liked the direction of it. It's weird. It's different. It's over the top and overly dramatic, but like I feel like
Right.
you need a little bit of that in wrestling. I don't know where he's coming from with this new like return. The Uncle Howdy stuff, I just don't get it.
I mean, I don't watch, so I don't get any of it. So
I'm a little worried about Uncle Howdy. You know,
okay,
I'm a little worried about him.
about Bo.
I mean, maybe. I know it might be Bo. I know it's probably Bo. But like, I'm a little worried about Uncle Howdy. I feel like it's just not connecting the way they wanted it to.
Okay,
They completely fucking botched that ending spot.
I know he blew the spot,
Dude, the spot, like,
he blew the spot.
like, okay, I get you don't want to like jump 20 feet from a balcony onto the guy, but like, could you have done it a little bit better? Could you maybe did something
came
else?
close.
You could have done anything
Right.
else. Anything else.
Right.
Anything else you could have done, and it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
Christy was upset. They dangled Pitch Black right in front of her face, but they did not give her a single drop. Again, why was there no Pitch Black for the crowd?
I mean that they should have. I mean, right before they should have handed out towels.
Towels,
They
shirts,
should have handed out free
cans?
samples. Like how did one of them not make it rain?
I don't know.
On missed opportunity.
I don't know. Like
Missed
when
opportunity.
you leave the arena, hand out cans of Pitch Black would have been great.
Something.
Would have been great. It would
Right?
have been worth
Let's
it for
make
Christy.
a partnership here.
Yeah. The match sucked. There's really no other way to put it. It sucked. I don't get LA Knight. I don't know the appeal. I don't understand what his deal is.
I've never understood it either. It seems very generic.
He's the least interesting person I think I've watched on wrestling in the last 3 weeks. I just don't get it. Maybe there's something there that I'm misunderstanding, but I don't get him. The look of the match.
Mm-hmm.
I want this all the time.
Oh, you want Blacklight Wrestling?
Dude, they took the lights down and everything lit up like it was goddamn Batman Forever.
It's amazing, right?
And I was like, yo, this looks cool. I would
now you know how my garage looks.
I would not want to watch it in an arena ever again. Because
because I'm sure you couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see shit.
Right.
But on TV, give me that all the time. Give me an entire promotion focused on Blacklight Wrestling.
I like it.
And I don't know why they didn't spend more time focusing on how Bray looked.
Roller rink wrestling.
That's that's bring back Roller Jam with some goddamn black lights.
Put some putt-putt there too.
But dude, when the lights went down and the lights went back up, and you see Bray Wyatt for the first time, and he's all like black light painted, and he's got his creepy eyes, and he's got like the teeth, like the crowd was eating it up.
Right. Yeah,
but like they
cool.
didn't spend enough time on that. Like they didn't do a good job production wise, really emphasizing the strengths to this, presentation.
Right.
But like I think there's something there. And I want them to keep working on it.
And you want it to be there.
Yeah.
Like you're a fan.
I'm a fan.
You want it to work.
I want it to work. Like Halloween Havoc needs to be presented by Mountain Dew this year. That's what I'm going to say.
More Pitch
Mountain
Black.
Dew, Pitch Black. Let's do more Pitch Black. Let's keep it going. I'm a fan of the partnership.
However, if they do Code Red, they're gonna get that fucking terrible fucking Fiend lighting again.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Let's not push the envelope too much. There.
The women's match seemed fine overall. We were kind of busy just talking about everything we had seen up to that point. The women's rumble started off slow, ended great. I thought the women's rumble it might have been a little bit better than the men's, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it started off, the pacing of it was very slow in the beginning, but I kind of got why they did it, because it just kept building and building and building. And then
that's what I heard was again, I didn't watch, but like, I heard that like the last few minutes of the women were really, really good.
I thought the way everything finished off was a lot of fun. and a really good time.
Okay.
And I've got to give Christy credit here.
Okay.
She bested me.
She bested you.
She bested me.
How so?
So prior to leaving for the event, I had thrown YouTube on because they were doing just like an ongoing stream of a bunch of old Rumbles and stuff.
Okay.
And we just pre-gaming, and we just so happened to tune in at the moment where it was a Rumble a couple of years ago where Nia Jax was involved, and I think it was like she beats up Carmella on like the rampway as Carmella's trying to, or was it Carmella? No, it was Lana. As Lana was trying to like make her, Lana was trying to make her entry. You know, she was already hurt, and Nia went out there and just like beat the shit out of her.
Right.
And then there's the spot between her and Becky. Well, like during the Rumble, like it's kind of getting to like the final 10, the final 5, and I'm just like, who the fuck is left? And I'm running it through my head, and Christy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out like who's left and like when they might like send certain people out. And she's like, when does Nia Jax come out? And I was like, Nia Jax doesn't work here anymore. I'm like, she's not coming back. And she's just like, okay. Number one, they blew the spot. I don't know if you heard.
I heard they blew the
spot. They blew the spot. But the music hits, the lights hit. I look up at the screen and I see Nia Jax's name come up, and I'm just like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. And Christy's like, what? And I'm like, and then the countdown hits. Her full thing appears, and she's just like, ha! I knew it! And she's like, I knew something you didn't. And I'm just like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, you know what? Good for you. Good. I was like, yeah, you got me. I was like, I can see it.
So Chrissy had fun. Chrissy had a good time.
She had so much fun. For not wanting to go to this show, she had a grand old time.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, she now has to come to every major wrestling event with me. Whether she wants to or not.
Is she gonna start watching Mondays?
No, she's not gonna start. No, we have D&D on Mondays.
Okay, fair.
But like, I feel like for me to really get her to go to any of these shows, I'm gonna have to buy her a case of Pitch Black, which I ended up doing this past weekend as well.
I mean, a deal's a deal.
A deal's a deal. A deal's a deal. And a deal's a deal. And then Roman, Kevin Owens was solid. Great story at the end.
Yep, solid.
A lot of stuff going on there. Chrissy says Kevin no. But yes.
But you had so much fun.
But you had so much fun. You had so much fun. It was such a good time. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed the show. Really enjoyed the experience. Nice. I think, no, we won't be going to Mania in LA. However, I am going to be trying to go to Mania in Philly. I believe it's Philly next year. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh,
I'm going to be planning ahead for it. I'm like 99.9% committed to going to Philly next year for Mania.
Wow, that's pretty committed.
Yeah.
Especially for you.
It's the biggest commitment I've ever had. But yeah, great time. Would do again. Just, Kevin, let's plan something. I will be in Philly. Let's do it. We'll make it happen.
There you go.
We'll get it done.
There you go.
Yeah. But that's more or less my recap. Not a whole lot of need to shit on it. Like there was some dumb stuff that they did. Listen, there was a lot of dumb shit, but like, I've gotten to a point where I feel like I can appreciate the dumb shit, Well,
I feel like you've also gotten to a point now where you're like, I paid for this ticket. So I
paid for this ticket. I'm having a good time whether you want me to or not. Okay?
Exactly. You're going to force a good time.
Uncle Howdy can jump off a 50-foot ladder and completely miss the motherfucker he's trying to hit, and then they can blow the stage up, and just everybody in the crowd is just like, what? And I'm like, I love it. I fucking love it. The two dudes who were sitting behind us did not love it. They were not having a good time. Let me tell you something.
They were having.
There was a guy who sat behind us. He was so dejected at the fact that everybody was booing Logan Paul that he felt the need to explain his reasoning for liking the guy.
Oh, okay.
And like these are two, like the moment these guys sat down, all they did was like shit on Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
And then Logan Paul, surprise entrant, comes out. Everybody's booing him. Everybody's shitting on him. One guy's just like, I kind of like him. He's a hard worker. People don't appreciate that. And we're just like, no, they hate him because he fucking went and recorded during a suicide forest, and he scammed, and he allegedly scammed a bunch of people with a cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme. Like, people don't like him. He's a dipshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Christy says we were sandwiched between the worst two wrestling fans and the best two wrestling fans.
Yeah, the two guys in front of us were fucking loving it.
Oh, they're just really into it?
They were also having a good time. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I love, like, if you can go to a place, like, no matter what it is, whether it's play, sporting event, whatever, if you're around people who are into it, that are having fun while it's happening, like, it just elevates the experience. But then, like, you're absolutely like Christy, like the worst wrestling fans, where it's like we're critiquing everything.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna wrestling fansplain everything.
Yeah.
And talk like we've been in the biz for 50 years and shit like that. And it's just like, okay, guys, I just want to have fun.
I now understand why my dad was always so over the top at like sporting games and stuff. And because like I remember being a kid and like always watching him do stuff, and I'm just like, you're kind of embarrassing right now. But then, like, I also, like, as I got older, I was like, no, like, I get it. Like, he was being over the top on purpose because, like,
that's the fun.
He went to that event with the idea of, like, I'm going to have a good time, whether you want me to or not.
And that's really the gift.
Yeah, that's really the gift of it all. So y'all go out there and have yourselves a good time, whether anybody wants you to or not. Just go out there and enjoy yourselves.
It's up for them.
It's
up to you.
And if they've got a problem with that, fuck them. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Exactly. Yeah. And if they can't take a joke, and you feel like there's a specific joke that you want, you might be able to find it at specifichonks.com, where you can save 15% on your order by using the promo code. Oh, Jesus, my goddamn dog keeps moving my fucking... Would you go? Go lay down somewhere else. Fuck, it's Jesus Christ. Trying to do a promo.
We're wrapping up.
I'm trying to hit the sponsors. Fuck. Links in the description.
Specifichonks.com.
Specifichonks.com. Just click the link. Discounts already applied. Support them. They support us. We're trying to fucking grow the channel. Makes fucking money.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. So much more going on.
What a shit show tonight is.
Over here on Brainwreck TV. We got a new episode of Don't Be an Asshole coming out tomorrow night.
Stop fucking moving my camera.
All right. It's time to go home, brother. Spots are getting blown.
Spots are getting blown.
Call it.
Oh, finally, Kevin did a graphic. Look at that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so stay tuned for more content coming. Be sure to subscribe. We got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots coming down the pipe. But for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.